Ty Gibbs ends his dirty winning weekend at Martinsville with a series of dreadful interviews, including one in which he awkwardly compared himself to Jesus. One interview finds him making bizarre statements, while another finds him acting like a robot. Want to know more about what Ty Gibbs said at the press conferences at the Martinsville event? Then stick to this video on NASCAR Zone. But before we begin, do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. No one can deny that Ty Gibbs has been a success in his first full-time Xfinity Series season, based on his on-track performance. The figures don't lie. 6 trips to victory lane is quite a feat, but things haven't been perfect. Joe Gibbs' 20-year-old grandson has had a number of behavioral issues. He has repeatedly demonstrated his immaturity through his aggressive actions on the track and his frequently unconvincing responses to the consequences of those actions after they have occurred. He's been a lightning rod for controversy, and many would argue that he deserves it. The JGR driver took his bad behavior game to the next level this weekend at Martinsville Speedway, beginning with his last lap move, in which he inexplicably dumped teammate Brandon Jones for the win. The youngster then proceeded to give 2 interviews that will be remembered, but not in a positive way. So let's get into detail. During this weekend's playoff cutoff race at Martinsville, where Gibbs is still remembered for delivering a punch while wearing his helmet, he did nothing to change the negative narrative, but instead made it significantly worse. While Joe Gibbs was racing against his JGR teammate Brandon Jones in the closing laps of the race, the broadcast discussed how Jones had already announced that he would be moving to Junior Motorsports in 2023 and how Gibbs might not be too concerned about his soon-to-be former teammate. He proved it during the final restart of overtime when Jones received an excellent launch and an even stronger push from Sheldon Creed, surged out in front, and took the white flag with Gibbs right behind him. A few seconds later, Gibbs made a hard collision with the back of the number 19 car, sending the JGR vehicle up the track and into the wall. This gave Gibbs the opportunity to pass the car and go on to win the race. The broadcast booth at NBC immediately criticized Gibbs for the move, calling it dirty and perplexing due to the fact that it knocked out his teammate, who, had he won, would have advanced to the championship in Phoenix. Do you think is it correct to act in this way towards a fellow mate? Let us know in the comments section below, and do subscribe to our channel for future updates. Seconds after Gibbs finished a long burnout and turned off his engine, fans booed as he got out of his car, stood victoriously and defiantly on the door, and continued to do so throughout his post-race interview. In one interview, he made bizarre statements, while in another he compared himself to Jesus. After his network broadcast winners interview, in which Gibbs was barely audible over the chorus of boos, he visited Claire B. Lang of SiriusXM NASCAR Radio. During their conversation, she asked him how he felt about all of the booing fans and talked to him about all the booing fans.
Does it bother you inside? You know, it's really getting to know you is what people are going to like to do. And they sometimes like to boo people. They like to boo Kyle Busch. You got up on top of the car, you heard the boos, and you were like, bring it on. Not everybody can wear the black cowboy hat, right? I mean, how do you feel about all this? And, what's inside of you on it,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I always go back to the same verse that, Jesus was hated first and among all the people. So, that's a part of it. I feel like, just, silencing out the crowd. And I feel like that's what you have to do as a professional athlete. And I feel like some of the best people, are going to get booed, and that's part of life. I mean, you can't let other people's opinions and thoughts drive your actions and, make you feel bad or anything. It's just part of life.
A few minutes later, Gibbs convened a meeting with the press at the media center and proceeded to deliver one of the most robotic press conferences in the annals of sports history. It should come as no surprise that the reporters were interested in discussing the final lap, and they bombarded the driver with questions about the incident. During the press conference, Gibbs was asked a total of 11 questions, some of which included whether or not he would talk to Jones and whether or not he felt bad about his move. Surprisingly, he answered 10 of those questions with the same response over and over and over again.
I feel like, after we got shoved out of the way for the first time, I feel like that was on and we were racing for a win. After that, and I mean, going into turn one, I definitely didn't want to clean him out, but I definitely wanted to move him. So I just crossed that line a little bit too much. Got crossed the line of his car grip on the track and spun him out.
But this was not the first time Ty Gibbs did something like that. His aggressive behavior has been creating trouble throughout the year. When Gibbs wrecked Ryan Sieg and his small family team during the third race of the 2022 Xfinity Series season in March at Las Vegas, it was on the third lap. The race was the third race of the season. It was the first of many incidents that were to follow. After a month had passed, Sam Mayer and Joe Gibbs reignited their competition from their days in the ARCA Series at Martinsville. Things got heated on the track before the JGR driver bashed into the rear of the #1 Junior Motorsports car a couple of times, then tried to confront the driver on pit road, where he continued to deliver the first blow and hit Mayer square, all while still wearing his own helmet. Mayer was hospitalized with a head injury as a result. There have been disagreements with two of Mayer's teammates from JRM. These disagreements occurred with Noah Gragson at Portland and with Justin Allgaier at Kansas. After the most recent incident, Gibbs expressed his regret during an interview that was delayed due to rain.
Off before I made contact with Justin, I feel like I hit the wall harder than I did, and I didn't, and I got mad and whipped it down and hit him in the door. And the stupid part is it hurt my car more than it hurt his. And I feel like his car is okay, but they're gonna have to put a door on it when they get back to the shop, and that's just inexcusable for me. And I'm very disappointed in my actions, and I apologize to them. I thought it was worse, honestly, than it was, and a lot watched on TV, it wasn't. So I apologize to Jason, Justin, and Dale, and that whole group, the whole 7 group, and it just can't be doing that stuff. And it was my fault. I just felt like I got hit in the wall harder than I did, and I came back down and hit him, and I can't be doing that.
Do you also think that Ty Gibbs is a controversial driver making trouble all year? Let us know in the comments section below, and do subscribe to our channel for future updates. The incident occurred during the Cup Series race that took place in Texas a month ago. Gibbs was filling in for Kurt Busch in the 2311 racing car, and he purposely drove into the door of Ty Dillon and the Petty GMS car while they were on the pit road. The door of the Petty GMS car came dangerously close to hitting several members of the Roush Fenway Keselowski pit crew, as well as 2 NASCAR officials who were standing nearby. During the same race, he also collided with Eric Jones' rear twice while the race was under caution. This is yet another setback for NASCAR, which appears to be losing its once high standing in the racing community. But this is not the same thing that happened at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway that led to Bubba Wallace's suspension from NASCAR for intentionally wrecking Kyle Larson. Even though no one is asking for Gibbs to be taken off the show, it is crazy to see how far everything has come this season. This is just one more reason why NASCAR should be less strict with their penalties. If this had been addressed in the past, perhaps we wouldn't be in this position now. It's to everyone's benefit that this sort of thing doesn't happen again, and I'd expect to see respect instead. Both spectators and players hope this sort of thing can be avoided in the future. It is our sincere wish that Gibbs will be able to grow from his experiences and actualize the promise we see in him. It's sad and unfortunate that things have come to this point. NASCAR is in debt because it promotes the idea that a can-do attitude is key to making it as a professional race car driver. Critics can say what they want, but that won't stop the results from happening. In the end, he was like a robot, and it was another bad look for Gibbs on a bad weekend and a bad season. What do you think about this robotic behavior of Ty Gibbs? Keep the conversation rolling in the comments section below. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more of our incredible videos. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.